Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So this is a rare second video for the day. And the reason I'm making this video is because the BBC has a program tonight, BBC2, and it's called Inside the Bank of England. And I'll read here from the website. It says, this program will be available shortly after broadcast, episode 1 of 2. And it says here, filmed with unprecedented access, this episode goes inside the bank to show how it prints our cash and, wait for this, ensures our money holds its value and sets the UK's interest rate. I'd like to thank one of my viewers and subscribers. He sent me a message. He screen grabbed this page and he put in brackets, ensures our money holds its value, and smiley faces, or laughing out loud, or LOL faces. And yes, I showed it to my wife, and she says, well, this is worrying because it means they're concerned, because it says they've given unprecedented access. It's almost like, they're trying to calm maybe the public. I mean, to say that the Bank of England has ensured that our money has held its value or holds its value is an utter joke. There's an old saying about hiding things in plain sight. This is like joking in plain sight, especially on a day where the price of gold has come back, and it's at 1 ounce of gold cost £1,115 and 38 pence. And we all know that gold is the ultimate store of value and has been for thousands of years. And with that, I want to show you one of my upside down charts. This is an upside down chart from the LBMA website of the price of gold in pounds. So it's from 1968 to present day. It's not a very clear chart, but you can see that back in 1968, 1 ounce of gold cost £14.49 or $14.50. And right now we're almost back, we're on our way to the all-time highs for gold or the all-time lows for the pounds. So let's do a little exercise and look at how many grams of gold the pound has bought and buys now, has bought in the past. So I went back to 1931. That was when the UK or England went off the gold standard. Finally, for the second time, it went off the gold standard for World War I, came back on the gold standard in 1925 or 26 under Chancellor Churchill, Chancellor of the Exchequer. The mistake they made is they went back at the old pre-war exchange rates, and it was too deflationary. So back in 31, they gave up. And since 1931, we've been under fiat paper, inflationist, no anchor in our monetary system. So I've looked, back in 1931, 1 pound was a sovereign, and the sovereign is 7.32 grams of gold. So 1 pound bought 7.32 grams of gold back in 1931. And you look here in 1968, when 1 ounce bought £14.49, the pound bought 2.14 grams of gold, right? And today, as I speak, 1 pound buys 0.0278 grams. So for the Bank of England to say that, or for the BBC to say that the Bank of England does a good job holding the value of our money is a complete joke. So am I going to watch this BBC series, unprecedented series, with access to the Bank of England? No, I don't watch the BBC, and that's one of the reasons why I don't. BBC stands for British Broadcasting Corporation. But I would have to say it's more like British Brainwashing Corporation. And, you know, just by what they say on their website about the Bank of England is, I mean, complete propaganda that you know, ensures, you know, that they ensure our money holds its value. It's a complete joke. And another example, you go back to the late 60s when gold still bought, you know, 2.14 grams of gold. The average house price in the UK was about £3,000 to £4,000, I think. Now the average house price is over £200,000. So I don't quite get how the Bank of England ensures that our, you know, our money holds its value. I don't quite get how they set interest rates if they keep it at zero. I mean, they should let the market set the price of credit or money, not the Bank of England, not a committee of people meeting every month, you know, 9 or 12 people. They shouldn't decide, you know, what millions and millions of people decide to, you know, to pay for, or, you know, to borrow money or to lend money. So, yeah, for my UK viewers, yeah, watch it. You probably have a good laugh. I'm not going to watch it. And hopefully, yeah, you know, don't buy into the BBC propaganda. And instead of holding Bank of England notes, if you do have savings, I personally, you know, with extra Bank of England note savings, or money as they call nowadays, I try to get as many of these as possible, and silver. I'm not recommending anything, but that's what I've been doing since 2002. And back in 2002, I remember buying one of these for £50. Now I think you need to pay about over £270 for one of these. So yeah, the pound is not holding its value, and it's going to get worse. I just heard that you know, the European Union or a commission has decided that Christine Lagarde, head of the IMF, is going to be ECB president. It's not a done deal yet because the Germans are not too happy about that. Christine Lagarde was also Minister of Finance years ago in France. And why am I talking about that as well? Well, because the Germans, as you know, still have memories of, you know, not directly, maybe there's still some people that are around that were around in 1923, but a lot of older people, their parents and grandparents lived through the hyperinflation, so they know about money printing. And it's interesting that since the ECB was created back in the late 90s, you've had a Dutch president of the ECB, I think Wim Duesenberg, and then you had the French guy, I forgot his name, and then you've had an Italian, Mario Draghi. And I would have thought that, you know, Germany being such an important part of the European Union and the Eurozone, that you'd have a German central banker. So why isn't, you know, is it Weidmann, the head of the Bundesbank, why isn't he being made head of the ECB? Well, because the Germans are still deep down sound money proponents, and I don't think the European Union wants a sound or honest money. So if Lagarde does become head of the ECB, expect more money printing, and don't expect the ECB to do a good job in holding the value of the euro either, like the Bank of England is supposed to, right? What a joke. So it looks like the Germans are going to get the post, I think it's the German foreign minister. She's going to get the post of president of the commission. It's not a done deal yet, but that's how it looks. Joking in plain sight. The Bank of England, according to the BBC, ensures our money holds its value. I've never heard such a funny thing in all my life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, You can also follow me on Twitter, Steemit, and on DTube. I wish you all a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye.